Testing, testing, testing.
Yes.
I'm just fooling around. My name is Odie Hawkins, and once again, we are gathered here to give you some moments. Zola Salena-Hawkins, the producer, director, confidant, co-writer, wife. I don't know which to put first. I think it's wife first. Right.
Okay.
We're here to do what we've been doing for quite a while now. We missed yesterday, which is not something we do usually, but we had to miss yesterday because we were taken off into other matters. Now, let me start off by doing this. Here's looking at you.
Get some libation or a snack to watch while you watch our video. A healthy snack.
It occurred to me that this would make a very interesting kind of program if I started it off with a sort of a red fox, a red fox invitation. And I knew him well enough to have had conversation with him. First of all, we were all from Chicago. And before the rest of the country and the rest of the world got to know him, we were always being teased with his particular, peculiar, very interesting kind of humor. I picture him saying to me this: Odie Hawkins and Zola Salena had put themselves on a cyber corner to sell Odie's books. Well, the guy has 37 published books, so why shouldn't he make an effort to sell them rather than have those people who call up and say, listen, I'll help you sell your books if you give us the money to help you sell your books.
Pull them more your way. Take the stack and coming. All right.
God, it's so heavy.
I know. Okay.
Anyway, there's not quite the whole bunch, but a whole lot of them.
I can't quite see them yet. Let me come around and push it a little bit.
So, do whatever you like.
Okay.
Zola is the director of the program, and frequently she finds it necessary to reissue. Well, there you go. It's not quite fine. Oh, I see you wanted the bookshelf itself.
Yes, there you go.
Oh, cool.
So you can see them. Okay? So you can see them.
We cook here. We make up different recipes on the spur of the moment. We do different things, so don't be surprised if you discover that we've had to move the bookshelf. Okay, having said all that, let me take us back for a moment through something that happened on the last Monday when we were supposed to meet and we didn't. And I'm going to say because it'll all be joined together. This particular program was devoted to the memory of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Odie and Zola shared thoughts, memories of the times we're living through. The program was short and not sweet, which made it very interesting to watch, to absorb. That's what you will be tuning into in retrospect. Today, we're starting off at January 28th, one day after the normal Monday that we usually get into this. I'm putting all this into context because it's been busy, y'all. It's been busy. And I'm sure that for those of us who work from our homes and from work out of our homes, into our homes, through our homes, you know what I'm talking about. We had a conversation about this and sat up and went back and forth about how it was we would come at you on this particular Tuesday afternoon. Here's what we came up with. Now then, we're at January 28th, another day. As we all know, at this particular time, African Americans are being forced to defend ourselves, our history, our cultures. I always say cultures because we are spread out so far from the Caribbean to the Arctic. Now, what do we want what do we do about these attacks? Well, as usual, we counterattack with all of the love, strength, force, and determination that enabled us to survive chattel slavery, Reconstruction, Jim Crow, and everything else. One of the counterattack strategies is just to keep on keeping on. This thing of ours here is a good example. Fight off the negativity with your positive actions, vibes, storytellers. Which brings us face to face with the Bilbrew Writers Anthology. Now, when we started talking about fight back with what it is, we would start off with Red Fox asking me, since this is where he would have approached me. Hey, Odie, I see you got all these books stacked up here. What's that supposed to mean? I mean, why you got all these books stacked up here? And who is this lady? Well, okay, Red, this is my wife, Zola Salena-Hawkins, and you are, well, everybody knows I'm Red Fox. I mean, so you know, since you're lying about that, I stopped lying about that a long time ago. But let's get back to the books. Here you are, sitting on a corner with a table and a tablecloth. That incense smells real good. That is incense, right?
Incense.
Yeah, that's incense.
Yes.
So you got that burning up. Y'all sitting up here drinking,
Cafe.
what was it?
Cafe.
Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's Spanish for coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct, Miss Zola?
This is muy bueno, and it is Vietnamese coffee.
Oh, wait a minute now, you got way out there.
Thank you,
What do you
Master
mean, more what?
Vietnamese coffee.
Is that the title of it, Boy Bueno?
Ah, no, it's this is.
Or you just speaking Spanish on the slide?
This is the title of what we're drinking.
This is the title of what we're drinking?
Yes.
So what you got again?
Vietnamese coffee.
No, I mean, what's the Boy Bueno thing?
Oh, it is very good.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Messing with me.
Fast. So the books that you sell out here on the corner is for sale in the bookstores and stuff like that. How do you get one of these books?
Well, you can get them on Amazon or just Google Odie Hawkins, O-D-I-E, that's O-D, not Odie, OdieHawkins.com, and you'll get to his website and you'll get to see all the books pretty much, and their synopsises. And so, or you go to your local bookstore and say, I want a copy of a book from Odie Hawkins, and they'll pull them up, and then they'll give you all the variety of the titles. So,
now you see, that's who I didn't marry, that I should have married, which would have taken me way out there, but it didn't take me way out there. It took me to San Francisco. That's all right. Mm-hmm. What I'm trying to get to is that you are out here in the corner with the books stacked up on it, and you've just given them the recipe for how to get a hold of these books.
Most of the books will be purchased on Amazon.
This is cool.
Okay.
Hey,
online.
look, I got to run. I got a show to do.
All right. Bye.
Bow. Ooh, that's my sewing hand. But that's all right.
And now Odie returns.
Okay, Odie returns. I felt I had to do that.
It's so much fun in our home.
I felt.
All the world is a stage. I have a front row.
And she is.
I have the front row seat.
Going right along.
Going right along.
As I said, how do we get through this? Just doing what we've always done. And one of the things we've always done, especially when I found ourselves in difficult circumstances, racially in America, we've published, we've declaimed, we've exclaimed, we've pontificated, we've done, and I'd like to have the pleasure of introducing you to 6 people who formed a writers union called, you're closest to this camera than I am.
Okay.
The Bilbrew Writers Anthology.
Bilbrew, it's the title of the book is Looking Back, Stories of Resilience. And it's by the Bilbrew Writers. It's the Bilbrew Writers Anthology, also by the Bilbrew Writers Workshop. And the members are Rona S. Cook White, Odie Hawkins, Ron L. Dowell, Patricia Forte, Jerry Boyd, and Salena-Hawkins. And so this is a book that is available on Amazon in March of this year. Okay, it has some pictures, and it basically is a little bit about our growing up.
And yeah, that's a real nice, easy way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
One of the real reasons why I take great pleasure in putting this in front of you is because I came out of the Watch Writers Workshop, and from 1965, which is when the workshop, 1966, when the workshop was established by Bud Schulberg in Watts, we haven't had anything that could be the equivalent of the Watch Writers Workshop because of the social circumstances changed. Some things were better, some things were not much better. But we have always had people who felt that they wanted to make a comment about this, and they need not be on television at 6 o'clock every day. The people that Zola just introduced you to, and I'll repeat the name for you: Rona S. Cook White, Odie Hawkins, Ron L. Dowell, Patricia Forte, Jerry Boyd, and Zola Salena-Hawkins. Right now, we have a number of other people who do not appear here because this particular workshop took root in 10 years ago. 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It happened because one of the ladies in the library at Bilbrew was looking around for somebody who might be interested in writing, who would be acting as a space, a place, that would offer her the incentive to do her story,
Right,
to write her novel.
Direct her into writing her novel.
And she came to the right place. She came to the Black Resource Center, which was governed by Rose Mitchell.
Another fantastic
Rose Mitchell. I can't say the name often enough because in the future you'll hear less and less of this name as they realize how important she was and has been to a whole number of people who came through the Bilbrew Library. And subsequently I would call it the Bilbrew Writers System.
Right, and it's AC Bilbrew Writers.
AC, that's important.
AC Bilbrew Library. Okay.
Right on El Segundo between Avalon and Maine in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
The Bilbrew Writers Anthology.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have to say first off, after we had this conference between Rose Mitchell and Patricia Forte, I'm sorry, Pat, I have to call your name out. Once we had this triangular conversation, I was chosen. I agreed to lead a writer's workshop at Bilbrew. Mm-hmm. The question was, what should I be called? A director or the whatever. I settled for a director. Mm-hmm. And we began to have people come in. The prerequisite is that the people would be interested in writing. A number of people came.
Not poetry.
Okay, that got me in a little bit of trouble right at the beginning because some writers of color seem to think automatically that writing means poetry. And I was not privileged to disabuse a whole bunch of people of the fact that we were a prose writing workshop. Mm-hmm. That includes a lady who pushed her wheelchair in and said, I'm here to do poetry. Mm-hmm. And I had to tell her, no, you're not. Mm-hmm. And she might still be hating me, I don't know.
Well, one member of our group, who's not a member currently, was Navaline. And she
Noveline Smith, yes.
Yes, and she came out with a book that emphasized her time in the village. Was it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay, and how she survived her.
She stood alone, and she won against the system.
Yes.
And to this very day,
last woman standing.
last black woman standing. I don't have the copy of the book in front of me, but we're dealing. Don't feel embarrassed because we're dealing with a lot of chapters of books. We're dealing with a lot of covers of books, and we don't keep a detailed.
But besides yourself, there's Patricia Forte. She's also written a couple of books. Ron Dow has written several books, and Charles Chapman, our current director, he has written several books.
I mean, in addition to that, in addition to all the people outside of our particular circle who have books, we could mention. You could go on for a long time because.
Well, Rona White is in the process of doing a children's book. So,
okay. Yeah.
And Jerry Boyd is right now doing TikTok, I believe. Yeah. So.
It's a busy little workshop. It's a busy little workshop that you may not have heard of up to this point. But I think you're going to be hearing a lot more from us simply because we want to make commentary about what's happening in today's world. We want to give our friends and constituents some idea of how we feel about what is going on in the world. I'd like to stress, we are not going to simply focus on what the latest tragedy was or what is happening when a mob gains control of a government. Eventually, inevitably, the mob is always caught and put in its place by God-fearing people. And I'll just smooth that out at that point and get back to the anthology.
Oh, I want to mention too that the fact that you've recently been contacted by the Writers Guild of America West.
Yes.
And the Black writers, which are asking you to join in because these are times where groups are more powerful than the one.
We need each other more than we've ever needed. If you did nothing, and this is off the top of my head, if you did nothing but sat at your kitchen table with the technology that would take you into somebody else's neighborhood, into somebody else's kitchen, somebody else's room, and you felt that you needed to talk about things that are going to impact our lives forever, then whether you are pro or con, I think we should let it out.
Yes, it's very therapeutic, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you go around,
yourself.
If you go around the streets of our city, we're in Long Beach, you'd see myriads of people who are just simply crazy because
they're victims of the trail.
Yeah, they don't know where to take it or where to put it. I'm not a psychologist, and I'm not going to start trying to do anything about that. This is the Bilbrew Writers Anthology. We just brought it out.
And the title is Looking Back.
How can we get a copy of it?
Stories of Resilience. It'll be available in March. Just Google it. And you can also, most definitely, will find it on Amazon. All right. And so
the writers
under $20.
The writers
and it's available.
Peanuts. The writers in this anthology are people like yourself, people like ourselves. Yeah. And we're trying to suggest to you that resilience is something that you have to develop. Most of us have the cell makings of it right there. The only thing you have to do is pull on it a little bit, and it'll come out. Oh, concerning this strap on my shoulders on
January 14th.
January 14th, I almost forgot it. I went in and had a shoulder replacement surgery done. It's something that I've needed to do for a couple of years now. And finally, I had it done by some superb surgeons and nurses and all the wonderful people at the Long Beach Veterans Administration Hospital. Once again, I'll say it. I've just had January 14th. This is not even hurting me. They kept telling me, oh, you're going to have to take oxycodone and oxycontin and so forth and so on. I've not done any of that, and I don't intend to. I've taken other softer medications or painkillers, but they have nothing to do with addiction. And these particular painkillers have nothing to do with making you feel better. They just simply address the pain that occurs when your body has been cut on and it's working to heal itself back together.
And for all of those, especially elders, for all of you that are having issues with shoulders, knees, don't wait till you're 80, 90 to do something. If at all possible you have the medical coverage, take care of it now. Eat nutritiously, okay? You don't have to have pork chops and bacon every day.
Yeah.
Okay? Just saying, all right? Maybe once in a while if you're addicted to it. But try to eat more naturally healthy, and try to exercise daily.
Every day. Always
30 minutes.
Something.
30 minutes of exercise.
You're talking to the Tai Chi freaks. I guess it's time for the callers to call us out.
Yes, yes.
After 25 years, we do Tai Chi all the time. Even when we're not doing it physically, you sit and think about doing it.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, I can do a little bit of it right now as a hint of what's coming. But I want to have a little conversation about the correlation of Tai Chi and creativity.
Okay.
Tai Chi and writing is specifically, because that's where I feel it has most benefited me.
In fact, Harvard School of Medicine has proven that Tai Chi helps with the creativity, helps the brain function, helps avoid Alzheimer's.
It helps you get to know your body better. I know that because I'm feeling things in here that are almost talking to me. It's like the blood that's flowing through this freshly operated on shoulder is saying, be cool, be cool. We're going to take care of everything. Look, we have to get out of here.
I want to mention we've got our certification through Tai Chi, through Soma School of Healing Martial Arts in Long Beach. And I want to send out a special shout out to Master Tom Tran for the years and patience of teaching us and directing us along from the very beginning on our Tai Chi journey. And thank you, Dr. Hoover. All right, with that,
stay up, everybody. Stay up.
please, and stay healthy, happy.
Up.
Up. Right moments.
Right moments.